I have some really good pictures of King. And they're nearly all made right at the back gate and the back door from Jess Hankins' home. He lived in the backyard at Jess's place, and when Uncle Buddy would call him, and he'd come running from out in the trap, and when he got to the clothesline, he'd just put his head down and roll that clothesline wire over his back. He was real sweet. In the magazine, it said that Jess borrowed the $800. Didn't say who from. Well, he borrowed it from my dad because Jess had just got through buying a little bunch of calves, and he didn't have any cash on hand. So my dad loaned him the money to buy King. He was a real good roping horse. At one time, they wanted to write a story that was on Daddy, and we brought King up here to my house. They wrote calves on him, and I wasn't very old, but I remember riding my pony, and I had a bandana, and I was the flag man. King had not been roped on in years and years and years, but I don't think good horses ever forget to stop. Oh, it was a glistening golden bay. And a couple of years ago, I raised one that had that color, and I thought, oh, I do want to keep him because he's got King's golden dapple color. He was gorgeous, and, you know, that's one thing that doesn't show up in pictures. At one time, Daddy had 65 broodmares. Of course, that was back in the days when they had not really done all the registering. So when he registered something, we had an inspector that came and looked at them, and so he put LH in front of their names, Lowell Hankins. Daddy always said that King was very, very mild-mannered and that he could take a piece of twine and put around his neck and breed him. It was Producer's Livestock Auction in San Angelo. They put all of them in the truck, and King was in the front of the truck. They just took him up there to show him off, you know. And J.O. crawled up on the side of this big cattle truck and looked at Pocahontas, and he said, "Hey, Guy." They called each other Guy all the time. "I don't think you should put that one in there. I think we ought to keep that one at home." And Beth said, "If we're going to raise them, we got to sell the good ones." They wouldn't let me go in the auction ring because it was very small, and my dad said, "No, you might take the seat of a buyer that wanted to buy a horse." So I peeked around the corner when Pocahontas sold. And he probably would not have been as famous had he stayed here because he had access to a lot of really good mares. Our better mares were probably King's daughters. He went on and did great things. I really enjoyed being around the colts and being around the horses all my life. It's been a fun ride, and I'm still riding it.